Hi. Hi, everyone. Got all my notes here ready for y'all. If I don't write things down, I forget. How is everyone? I'll do a quick intro just in case some of you do not know me. My name is Sharda Lambert. I'm also known as Nanny Sharz. My earrings are slightly annoying me. And I've been a nanny for 17 years, international nanny and parent coach, sleep consultant, potty training specialist for about 17 years. I also am an entrepreneur and also a nanny mentor to many nannies all over the world. If you are interested in my mentoring program, feel free to go onto my website, nannyshars.com, and have a look at the mentoring programs I have there. I also do coaching and advice and support calls for parents and nannies. You can go click the link in my bio on Instagram, or you can go onto my website and book that as well. So yeah, because they get booked up quite quickly. I've opened up a few more slots. So if you're watching this live and you're interested in getting some advice or support from a childcare expert like myself, feel free to you can contact me, but you can always go on my website, nannyshars.com, or you can click the link in my bio on my Instagram or any of my social medias. They've all got the same links anyway. Today we are going to be talking about encouraging communication and language in the early years. And the reason why I've decided to choose that topic is because it's one I'm very passionate about. When I did my master's, I did a communication and language module as well, which was, well, I chose that module because it's the interest of mine. I'm really big on talking to children, learning different communication and effective communication skills from a very young age. It really does help in the long run as well. Hi. Let me quickly just put the title in here. I don't know if we got down here. We have YouTube and Facebook. So if you are here, please do let me know, and I'll say hi. Hi, hi everyone down there. It's what we saying talking about. Hi everyone in Instagram. Encouraging communication and language in the early years. That is what we are talking about today. If you can share this live to someone you think will find it interesting, that would be amazing. If you're watching this back on the replay, feel free to put a comment. I reply to all my comments. I don't ignore y'all, don't worry. I'm not like these social media people. I get back to everyone. And if I accidentally don't get back to you, please feel free to call me out because I do get a lot of messages on a daily basis. But my intention is not to ignore you at all. Encouraging communication and language. Let's see. Hi, everyone coming in. How are you all? How has your day been? Hi, Kalisha. I see some of my regulars coming in. Thank you, guys. Could you let me know if you all can hear me really well? And also let me know where you are tuning in from in the world. Where are you in the world? Please do let me know. Share this live to your contacts and invite people to come and join. We are talking about encouraging communication and language in the early years. I'm going to get a little bit technical at first, guys, but I just want you to bear with me. Did I pin that? Pin comment. Yeah, there it goes. So yeah, just bear with me. I want to make sure that you guys can fully follow it. Oh, East London in the house. Hey. Hi, East London in the house after .8. Hi, welcome. Have you been to one of my lives before? I don't recognize your name, so you're probably new here. Welcome to the Gem Zone. Hi, London Nanny Passion. There's a few other people in here as well. A day in the life of Mo. Hi, how are you? How has your day been? Where are you tuning in from? Be the best nanny. How are you? Hey, Nanny Miss Monique. I feel like I haven't spoken to you in ages. Made by Patch. A few people coming in. Hi, hi, hi. And down here, I can't see, but it tells me people are watching, but I can't see your name. So unless you comment, I don't know that you're here. Okay. Right. So today we are talking about. I did my little intro already. Some of you might have missed it. I'm an international nanny and childcare expert of 17 years. I'm based here in London, but I work all over the world internationally. Oh, North London in the house. Hi. Chicago, hey, oh, we're global. And so I just like to come on every Wednesday and have a chat with you guys. Feel free to request in, ask any questions that you want, put them in the question box. I will answer them live. And it's just basically just to talk about different childcare topics. If you have any suggestions of topics, please put them in the comments or send me a DM of anything you want me to cover. I don't think there's anything off bounds with me. Yeah, I don't think so. I'm quite open. So I'm happy to discuss many things. I do have something coming soon for you guys that will be probably more informal in terms of my opinion on things and stuff like that, because I'm very outspoken, very opinionated. And yeah, I like to talk about loads of different things. Hi, official nanny Manda. How are you? How was your day? So today we are talking about encouraging communication and language in the early years. And I've written some notes here just to help me stay on track, because sometimes I get a bit sidetracked, as some of you may know. I also am sometimes very clumsy. So if earring pops out or I drop a pen or whatever, it's just part of being on the Nanny Sharz live. I normally have my glasses here, and I totally forgot to put them there today. I'm struggling to see a bit today, so if you see me straining a little bit like this, just bear with me, okay? So we are talking about communication and language in the early years and how we as childcare providers or parents can encourage that. First, I want to break it down and bring it to the basics. I'm a bit of a nerd, so I like science, I like neuroscience. I like learning why people do the things that they do. I like learning about anthropology, which is like the study of humans and things like that. So I like to get to the root of why people think the way they do, why they have certain mindsets, how they pick up communication, how they pick up language, how they retain it, how they remember it, and things like that. So I will be getting a bit technical with you guys in the beginning, but then I will then give you my expert tips as I do throughout the live on things I've done in my career and things that I think you could do to help encourage communication and language within the early years. Feel free to disagree with me. Feel free to agree with me. Feel free to add your 2 pence as well. This is not a space just for me to talk to my camera/phone. It's a space that we can have open communication, two-way dialogue. If you feel to request in, feel free to do that. I'm more than happy to have conversations with people. And if you are a childcare expert, make sure you give me your opinion too, because sometimes we don't always agree on the same things, but we can all learn from each other. Okay. So don't ever feel like your opinion's going to be like shut down here or anything. It's the safe place. Okay. It's a safe place. Right. So let's start off with communication and language. So when you think of a language and you think of communication, some of the things that I learned about how children retain information, I want to share that with you. There's something called a localization hypothesis. And what that basically is, it just explains that there's specific areas of the brain that are associated with different areas of learning or different functions, should I say. So we all know the top of our brain, the back of the brain. We all have the scientific terms. I'm not going to go too into them because I want to bore you. But they all have different functions, right? Our brain sends messages to different parts of our bodies to function, right? That is called the localization hypothesis. Now, when we think of language and communication, I like to break it down into different sections of how the brain functions. So the first section is brain development. It's called, I always get this wrong, so I'm going to try to pronounce it the way that I think it's said. I actually went on Google to see how this is pronounced because I sometimes pronounce things wrong, but I know what I'm talking about. I just always pronounce it wrong. I think it's just because I make up words as well, so I just get confused in between the two. Hi, the Bent family, welcome. So there's part of the brain called the cerebellum. The cerebellum brainstem. And what the cerebellum brainstem does, that function has something to do with the nerves. It's associated with the nerves, okay, in the body. Now, our nervous system, and it's at the top part of the brain here. I'll say here, not top of it, here. On that top of the brain here. It connects, so it basically connects. It meets where the brain meets the spinal cord here, okay? I'm looking at my notes because I tend to get so flustered sometimes, but I'll try to explain this I tried to explain this the other day to a 4-year-old, and he just looked at me like, "What are you talking about? Seriously?" But he asks, "What does our brain do?" And so I was trying to explain it to him, and he was just like, "Yeah." So, anyways, I use drawings to explain it. So that part of the brain is at the back, and that helps with the nervous system. So the messages that we send to the nervous system, you're going to be like, "Why are you talking about the nervous system, language communication?" It's going to make sense later, okay? So the second part I'm going to talk about is the limbic system. The limbic system, animals have this, but plants don't, yeah? And that part of the brain deals with memories and emotions. You see where I'm going here, okay? Memories and emotions. So how we remember memories, how we react to emotions, how we show emotion. The limbic system that's the part of the brain that functions on emotions and memories. Yeah. The third section that I'm going to speak about is called the neocortex. All humans have this, but not all animals have this, by the way. And I don't think plants have this either. Only humans have it, yeah? The neocortex of the brain, that part, actually, let me go back. The limbic system, sorry, that is to do with the memories and the emotions, right? So when we are thinking of emotional, how we respond to emotions and also how we reinforce behavior, the limbic system is the part that I focus on probably the most, because when you're thinking of communication and language, you're also thinking about how, when you speak, how you make people feel, how you make yourself feel, how you speak about yourself, all these different things. And then the last bit is the last part of the brain that all humans have is called the neocortex. Yeah. Now, when we're thinking of language and communication, it's very important that we are aware that everyone communicates very differently. There's so many different languages spoken in this world, the different ways we all can communicate. So when you're dealing with children, you need to take that into account, because what a lot of people do is they're brought up a certain way and they communicate a certain way in their family. Then they have children, not to say the way that they're brought up is right or wrong, but then they will have children and then they communicate a certain way, and the child doesn't really it doesn't really take well to that style of communication. I'll give you an example. As growing up in a Jamaican household, there was, maybe because there was loads of children, but there was a lot of shouting. Why do you have to shout? So now I'm very big on no shouting, but the way I brought up was in a very talk very loudly. Sometimes people say I'm being loud, and I'm like, I'm actually just talking. But it's just because one, I was one of six, and I felt like if you had to speak, you just had to be really loud to get heard. So sometimes when you're brought up a certain way and you learn that the communication and language of the way that you've been brought up, and then you then around other children or you have your own children, you kind of have to unlearn certain communication and language skills that you've learned as a child. Am I making sense? Because when I try to explain this, sometimes people are like, what? But I was saying this today, I was getting interviewed actually, or article that's coming out soon. Stay tuned. And one of the things we were talking about was the different cultural languages that we've learned, that we've had to unlearn as we've got older. And one of the things was like spanking and hitting children. Like growing up, that was seemed quite normal. And then it's funny now because I just don't believe in that. But that's the culture that I was brought up in. So, that's just the way of saying, like, that's a behavior that I've unlearned. Hi, we've got a comment here. It says, yes, we usually don't remember what people told us years ago, but we will always remember how they made us feel. There you go. So that's the limbic system of the brain. And that is true. You always remember how people made you feel. You might not always remember what they say, but how they what they did and how they made you feel, you'll never forget that ever. And it's weird because sometimes when you think about a memory, you actually feel the emotion you felt within that memory. Official Nanny Manda, let me know if you've had that before, where you thought about something and you feel the emotion you felt at the time. That tends to happen. Hi, it's Mercy. Welcome coming in to the live, my Instagram live. Oh, not even just Instagram, so Facebook and YouTube. I don't mean to neglect you guys down here, but so they're down there and Instagram's up here. So when we talk about language and communication, sometimes what tends to happen is some children are born with it, some children develop it like a language impairment. And that normally is down to, sometimes it can be, what's the word I'm looking for? Sometimes it can be damage to a certain part of the brain that allows you to communicate. So it's probably damage to one of the three areas that I've mentioned, probably more the cerebellum and brainstem, because that's to do with the nerves. I thought there was a comment there. But it's just saying someone's coming alive, but I thought it was a comment. Yeah, so sometimes when children have a language impairment, most of the time it's probably scientific, something to do with the brain not effectively or correctly sending a message, the right message to the different part of the brain it's different part of the body that it's meant to communicate to. For instance, sometimes you might see children with sensory problems, or they might have certain issues with motor skills. Sometimes you might see children that have a speech impediment, in terms of like they might stutter and things like that. And that could also just be down to also a part of the brain that's a bit damaged. So it's always worth, I think, knowing your children's mile steps in the early years. And like I said, always use it as a guideline of what children, they have the document that say at this age the child should be able to do this, at this age the child be able to do this. That sometimes is not always correct. So always use it as a guideline. Don't use it as gospel, because like I said, every child is different. Some develop faster than others develop slower than others. It doesn't mean that there's necessarily something wrong with them. It just means that children are different and they all learn in different ways. So I always say to have that guideline there as a guideline, not as gospel. And so it just helps you to stay on track with, okay, my child's 2, they should know this amount of words by now. Are they saying that many words? Maybe not. How's the different ways that I can encourage more communication and language? And Google is your best friend too. And if you don't really want to go to Google, then find a childcare expert, me, and book a coaching call or advice call, and I can help you, support you through different strategies, different ways, different activities you can do. I'm very big on learning through play. So I do a lot of communication and language encouraging skills through play, because I do believe play is like the universal language for children. I generally believe that. This is one of my favorite parts of nannying, communication and language. What is your most favorite part? What is it that you like to do? Why is it your favorite? Please do let me know. Feel free to put it in the comments. If you want, you can request in and give your advice on this topic as well. Feel free. Prov2411. Very nice DP picture you have there, by the way. So I want to get into some I was looking at I thought it was 8:32. I said, I have not just been talking for 2 minutes. What the? Wait, it's 52. I was like, oh Lord. Right. So I wanted to give you my expert tips. Before I go on to that, please do let me know if this has been useful. You know what to do. I always ask you to give me some purple love hearts if you found it useful, if you felt like you learned something new, and it really helps as well. If I don't get purple love hearts, it means that I didn't effectively communicate very well to you guys what it is that I'm trying to say. Sometimes I do get flustered, and I'm a bit tired today, I must say, because today was meant to be a day off, and I've had so many meetings back to back. I had a meeting at 10:30, then I had one at 11, then I had one at 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I had one at 5:30. And so now I'm just here. And that was meetings and interviews, job interviews. So I am a bit tired. I feel like I'm mentally up there. I'm like, my brain has reached this peak for the day. So I am a bit slower today. Like, I feel like I'm a bit like in a trance, but just bear with me. I'm normally more energetic. But I am genuinely tired. And I feel like I look tired as well. So yeah, there you go. So some of the ways that I encourage communication and language in the early years, and some of the ways that you can, this will be my top advice to you guys, is to use repetition. Like I said, with the limbic system, part of the brain, remember, that's memory. Children will remember certain things if there's loads of repetition. So when I'm teaching a child a new word, for instance, if I look radiant. Oh my God, thank you. I don't feel it. But when I teach a child a new word, for instance, I teach them ball. I would say ball. So the repetition of the b, 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 ball, or, ball. The different ways to, repetition. There you go. So I would say, what is that? Oh my goodness, that's a green ball. Green ball. Ball. So sometimes, I know sometimes the parents must hear me and be like, what's wrong with this nanny? Like, sometimes I wonder, the parents listen to me in the room, they must be like, what is this nanny doing? But that generally does help. If you notice, when you're trying to teach a child a word, right? In the beginning, when they first start learning words, they don't actually say the full word. They say the sound. And then if they don't say the sound, they say the beginning part of the word. The second syllable, they don't normally tend to get. It's the first part. So if you're saying ball, that's obviously one syllable. But b, they say b. They will probably say b. They won't say ball, but they will pronounce the beginning of that word. And that, take it. Don't say no. Say ball, ball. You're not going to expect them to say the full word. But if they say b, that is good enough. You take that, okay? Because it shows that they're listening. Their brain is remembering the sounds, and eventually they will get it, right? I think we have a comment, so I'm going to go down and read the comment. My niche is first-time parents and babies as young as possible. I love going with them because I've realized in all my 9 years of nannying how lacking my own communication and emotions were. Yeah, you even learn, right? When you're teaching children stuff, you even relearn it. That tends to happen a lot as well. I love helping raise holistically healthy children. I feel like you're doing a bit of promo. You want to promo yourself? Put your details in here, girl, because I'm all about supporting nannies, So how can people find you? Because that definitely sounds like a promo. And I don't fault you for it either. Haha, my clients think I'm nuts. Yeah, they must think we're all nuts when they hear us say certain words and how we talk. Like mommy and daddy, ma and da. There you go. Mama, dada. That's why you repeat it. B by P. Hey, how are you? So repetition is very, very important when you're trying to encourage communication and language within the early years, okay? And then sounding out words, which is similar to repetition, but sounding out the words. So when we're talking, make sure we're talking very clear. Sometimes, like I said, I talk quite fast, so I tend can't talk. I'm trying to explain. I tend to slow down my speech when I'm talking to children. I'm a lot more patient with children than I am with adults. So I take my time and I break it down. And I also like to, with children, if I'm doing a learning activity with them, I like to write out simple words that I would say, put them on a post-it note around the house, and we can like sound it out, the different sounds as well of the letters. That's very important as well, because that also helps with the spelling. And if you work on the sounding out the word, what tends to happen when you are doing spelling, like I was doing with my nanny child yesterday, he wanted to learn how to spell a word. So I was like doing the sounds of the letters, and he managed to spell the word from the sounds that I was giving him. So that's a really good way as well, because it teaches them both ways, actually knowing the letter, but also knowing the sound. And then I would say, he'd say, how do you spell? And he would give me a word, and then I would sound it out, and he'd go, oh, and it kind of registers in his head. So that was really, really good. They say, yes, me too, I'll be patient, but adults are grown up toddlers, so I try to be as patient with everyone. That is very true, but I am patient with adults, but not as much as I am with children. I think I'm probably quite impatient with adults, actually, I have to be honest. I can be more patient. I should be more patient. But sometimes like, you guys should know this, man. Come on. You should know this. But children, it's like they're learning, right? They don't know much. They know a lot, but they don't know much. And it's our jobs as the child caregivers around them to teach them and give them these skills. So with children, it's like they're learning, With adults, I feel like, well, sometimes I feel like I know it, so you should know, which is bad. It's very bad, kind of. Don't think like me in that sense. It's not good. You just get really annoyed very quickly when someone does something stupid. You're just like, seriously? Like, seriously. Anyways, another way of encouraging communication and language in the early years is baby sign language. Most of you that come on my lives quite regularly. You guys know I am such an advocate for baby sign language. I'm always just talking about it because I just swear by it. I think it's absolutely amazing. So that is a very good way. If you don't know about baby sign language, go on YouTube, put in baby sign language and watch some videos. It's very, very useful. And you can also go back on my feed, or even go to my IGTVs and click on Nanny Sharz lives, and you can see all the previous lives that I've done. And I've done one on baby sign language with Also Simply. It was a collaboration, and she is a baby sign language teacher and also nanny, and she's a mentor and she's amazing. So go check her out. But we also did a live on that too, which was good. She gave her expert opinion and I gave mine, and it really definitely does help. Patty Sukla sings baby sign language. Or is that the name of a video? Is that the name of a video on YouTube? Put that in, guys. Okay. She's dropping gems here, so take them. Take the gems. Another way to encourage communication and language in early years is phonics. Now, I'm going to be very honest. Phonics confuses me sometimes. It really generally does. It confuses me. I would say I'm very familiar with it, but sometimes I can get things wrong too. So I'm not going to act like I'm like a phonic expert. I'm not. I know very much about it, but sometimes I get confused and I'm like, oh, wait, okay, yeah. And a good way as well to encourage communication language as well as baby sign language and phonics is Makaton. Makaton is good. And it's quite used quite a lot here in the UK, actually, more than baby sign language. I think baby sign language tends to be, I find a lot of Americans use it, but I learned the American way because when I started learning it, I was working with an American family, and they had the maternity nurse had taught the babies, and the mom wanted me to learn it to continue it. So that's how I learned. So yeah, someone just said, official nanny Manda said, Makaton helps kids with communication difficulties. There you go. It really genuinely does. My friend works for a child with SEN needs, and they use Makaton a lot, and it's really good way for him to communicate to him his needs, because he's non-verbal. He's not verbal at the moment, so that is a really good way that she uses that. So I'm typing too fast and not being as clear. It's fine. Absolutely fine. I really appreciate you engaging as well and giving your advice and opinion as well. So feel free to continue typing fast. Another way is through creative arts. Different ways you can do that is music, art, song, and rhythm. Rhythm is important. Rhythm is important. Hey, I make everything a song. I generally do that with the kids. I make everything a song. And it's a good way for children to remember. You see, with me, right, I'll give you something that I've learned since as a child and that I've brought into adult life with me. If I want to learn something, I have to make it a rhythm. And I think it's because I have a performing arts background. So where my background is in dance and drama, you can say something to me, but then if I hear rhythm or beat to it, I will remember it. Are we the same? But there you go, we can resonate. So yeah, so I make everything a dance, I make everything a song, and I can't sing, but I like to sing, but I can't sing. I'm, can't sing. Even though I did a musical theatre diploma, and I said, when I had my singing assessment, I was just like, why? I had to sing, summertime, and the living is easy. Hey, and she was like, my teacher was like, because your voice is quite deep and you need to take it down a few notes. I said, cheeky mother, what do you mean I got a deep? But anywho, like, I don't know how I passed that musical theatre degree, diploma, because I cannot sing, but I managed to get a distinction. So I was like, black, hello. So I was more than happy. So now I just think my nanny kids are like, oh my God, seriously. But I can bust a 2-2 move though. Put me on the dance floor and I will kill it. Tell me to sing and I'll probably kill it, but in a bad way. So yeah, it doesn't really add up. Yeah, it doesn't really add up. But someone who's Prov 2411 says, I've never heard of Makaton. I'll add that to my nanny notes. I'm guessing, Prov, you are in America. Correct me if I'm wrong. Where are you tuning in from? Please do let me know. Because Makaton is very popular in the UK where I am. And we are the same nanny. Oh my goodness. Hi, Jess. My nanny baby loves when we do that. What the music? Make it a song if you can. I also can't sing. There you go. It's so fun. Hi, British butterfly. When I come to UK one day, please let's hang out. Yes, for sure. Atlanta. Oh, you know there's so many Atlanta nannies up in here. You guys literally dominate the social media of nannies. You're all in Atlanta. What is it in Atlanta? Is it just very rich people in Atlanta? What is it? Everyone's got a nanny in Atlanta. But yeah, no, I'm coming to Atlanta to. Okay, that's not how I party, but I'm coming once. Obviously, COVID restrictions and all that. I need to come. I came to Atlanta once, but I didn't actually leave the airport. It was just like a stopover, and the lady was so rude to me. I was like, oh my god, people are rude. Oh my god. But no, I definitely will be coming back. And I'll be coming at the airport next time. Because every time I hear of Atlanta, I just think, welcome to Atlanta, where the play and the something like every day. What song is that? I can't remember, but that's what I think of when I think of Atlanta. So let's see. My nanny kids are listening too. They loved your shout out. Tell me their names. I'll give them a shout out. That would be cool. If you're allowed to tell me their names, or just say like where they're calling from. I don't know. Hi guys, thanks for tuning in. There's a big market in Atlanta. Yeah, I think so. Yes, come through after COVID. I am. Trust me. I'm doing a US tour. I'm going from state to state, and I'm going to see everyone. Jermaine Creek, there you go. See? So yeah, definitely. I will be coming to Atlanta. Don't worry. Please don't get me gas. In the UK, when we say please don't get me gas, it means please don't get me excited. Okay. So yeah, through music, art, song, rhythm, that's really good ways to teach children. Nursery rhymes are really good as well. Hi Ava, hi Aria, what beautiful names. Oh my goodness. Hi guys. Welcome to the live with Nanny Sharz. So yeah, rhythm is very important. And just like you can use clapping, you can use stamping of the feet, you can use clicking, and it's a really good way to remember. It helps. Remember the limbic system, memories and emotions. Remember, okay? Moving on, I like to implement this because it's part of my background. Drama skills, so important. Drama skills. Different ways that we can do that. Oh, they're smiling. Oh, hey. So sweet. So drama skills, ways that I can do this. So I'm very good at building confidence, but also there's different games that you can play, different drama games. Also, charades is very good. When like you have to act out something, like you say film, or you say I don't know, what's the other one? There's film. What else, guys? Help me out. There's film, there's book. What other stuff is there? There's loads of different things you can do, and you can act it out. That actually really helps with like drama skills, communication, because communication is not always verbal. Remember that. Yeah, it's not always verbal. Language also is not always verbal. So it's different ways that you can communicate things to children. Drama skills is a very good way of doing that. I love doing that. And you even can communicate through dance as well. It just probably takes a bit longer to translate, but some people learn through that way as well. So, you can do that too. Does anyone have any questions for me? Or does anyone want to come on the live and give some advice, add to the conversation? Or does anyone want to write in the comments? Let me know. Like I said, this is an open space for you. If you want to request in, I'm more than happy for you to do that. Some people get shy and they're like, I'm not camera ready. Good thing with me is I don't have hair. So really and truly, I'm slightly always camera ready. And the most I have to do is dashing, slapping some earrings, putting a bit of lippy, and I'm good to go. I don't really like to wear makeup, a lot of the makeup. But yeah, sometimes I do. It doesn't matter. See how I feel. Yoga too. I use yoga to support our language learning this week. Amazing. Tell us a bit more about that, because yoga is very good. I love doing yoga with children. It's really good for physical development. But how do you communicate yoga through language? I would really like to know that. You don't have hair and you rock it, sis. I love it. Thank you, darling. When I do that, I just like it's the imaginary hair that I used to have, like flip it behind the ear. Thank you. um, my daughter is amazing at drama and acting. I need to get her into school. Yes, you do. Don't let those skills go to waste. And it's so good for confidence. It's so good for social skills. It's so good for teaching children how to love themselves. It's so good teaching children communication and language skills. It's really good for helping children come out of their comfort zone. Don't worry, we're going to do a live on using the arts, the performing arts, to increase children's what's the word I'm looking for? Confidence and things like that. I'm going to do a live on it, so don't worry. Oh, yoga, nice. Cosmic Kids Yoga is good too. Listen, I love Cosmic Kids Yoga. Namaste, wait, namaste. And she's like, she does the Minecraft, she does the Frozen one. She does different themed ones, which I think is really cool. Look, we use Cosmic Kids. See, Cosmic. Listen, yeah, they ain't even getting paid for me to be mentioning them on here, so I'm giving them free promo. Got to tune in for that. Yes, for sure. I'll be using obviously my drama and dance skills to talk about different games and different things you can do at home with your children or as a nanny or childcare provider to help increase children's confidence through performing art skills. It's going to be super dope. Super dope. I can't speak. Super dope. Because that's like my field. That is my field. Colors to communicate emotions like the feelings will. Amazing. There you go. Colors. It's very important. You know what's so funny? I was doing this what was it called? I think it was called Emotion Monsters or something. I can't remember fully. With my nanny child the other day. And it's funny how he saw the purple color and he associated purple with excitement because the monster face that was purple was an excited face. And he was like, that's the purple one, that's the excited one. And I was thinking, but you haven't seen the face yet, you've just seen the color. And so it's funny that you then say that colors is a way of communicating emotions, which is really good. That actually was keeping my thighs very warm, and now I've moved it, I'm quite cold. Not that you guys needed to hear that, but anyway. So we were learning the letter B. Cosmic Kids does a butterfly and tells a story through the movement. There you go, using dance. That's not dance, you know what I mean? I'm moving. Sitting on a chair right now, so I can't really, work out the way I wanna. But either way, I think that's an amazing. Sorry, guys, I keep forgetting that you're down there. It's an amazing way of teaching children or encouraging communication and language. I love the fact that all these childcare providers are in here just dropping gems. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Let's see, moving on. I haven't done this yet since Sloan is only 11 months, but I want to as she gets older. 100%. And that is a dope name. Oh my God, we got a place in London called Sloane Square. So that's like, wow, that's a really nice name. But yeah, 11 months, not too young to do drama skills. There's loads of different skills you can do at 11 months with them, like playing different drama games, which is cool. British Butterfly says, I taught English overseas at summer school, had children who were shy, used music so much, they played footy singing, We Are the Champions. We are the champions. No, that's not the right one. How does that go again? I'm trying to get the arrangement for it. We are the champions. Why did I have that? Anyways, moving on. That is a tune, though, by the way. That's so cool. Cosmic Kids sounds cool. Yeah, definitely. You're getting so many gems. You're writing down all these gems, yeah? Okay, Prov. What is your real name, by the way? Because you're Prov 2411. I would never have known you was a nanny, and I think this is your first time coming into my life, so I appreciate you being here and giving us your advice as well. Miss Jess Fox, I think the most impactful language learning strategy is conversation. Asking the top 3 favorite whales instead of what's your favorite whale, then hearing your excitement and response. There you go. Communication, dialogue, conversation. I agree. Encourage it as well. So be more specific in the questions that you ask. So even when, like I was saying the other day, when you ask a child, how was school? It's such a generic question, isn't it? Say, what did you do at school today that you really enjoyed? Or did you make any new friends at school today? Or what was the name of the friends that you played with today? And what kind of games did you play? Did you play in the playground? Did you play in your classroom? What activities did you do today that you thought were really boring? Or, just different things. And then they can say, oh, were you excited about anything at school today? What were some of the things that your teacher said today that made you really happy? Or, something like that. I don't know. But it's just really good to have specific kind of questions to encourage more conversation. And I tend to always ask the teacher anyway, how did they get on today? What did they do? And then I say, oh, well, your teacher said that you did this today. Did you find that difficult, or was that quite easy? Or, have you done that before? Like, different ways that we can expand the vocabulary in a way. Yes, that's right, my friends. Yes, it's right-ish. We'll keep on fighting to the end. Brittany. Brittany, very nice name. So what does prov mean? Why did you do prov? Sorry, I'm just being nosy. Let me stop. Hi guys, more people coming in. Right, good point about school for sure. Hi Nick. So yeah, that will be me. I'm fully done, but I just want to say thank you so much for most of you that have, or all of you that have come into the live and shared your opinion and given your advice and engaged in the conversation. I just want to give you a few announcements in a way. So the first thing is my website is still up and running and available. So if you need to check out myself or find out more about me, please go onto my nannysharz.com website and have a read about me and what I do, some of my services and some of the publications that I've featured in and things like that. It's all on my website. You can have a look at my testimonials on there. If you are interested in booking, so this is for parents, if you're interested in booking an advice or support call, you can go through the link in my bio and you can click on the first tab, which is advice and support call, to get my advice and support on any kind of topics that you are suffering with at the moment or struggling with. For nannies, you all know that I mentor loads of nannies. Jess, you can account for that because Jess is one of my mentees, my previous mentees that I worked with for a while. And she can let us know how she felt the program was. And she wrote me an amazing testimonial, so thank you for that. So I do mentor a lot of nannies. Again, you can go on my website, click on the services button and read up on the mentoring programs that I do. A lot of nannies have been asking me for intensive. So there's a 1-day intensive, there's 7 days intensive, and there's regular mentoring for the month. You can also get a coaching call from me, which is again advice and support call. You click the link in my bio, you can click on that and book me for a coaching call. That tends to be more specific for a certain area. You can book up to 4 of those a year. I've had to limit it because I am extremely busy and I want to make sure that I have the options out there for everyone, but I also want to make sure that I can also have time to myself. So I've limited it for 4 coaching sessions throughout the year per person. Okay, so you have 4 for the year that you can use. You can book that when you wish, whenever you wish. If you don't want to do the regular mentoring, which I advise you should do because it's absolutely dope and amazing. And as Jess says, so helpful, great topic. You are welcome. This was so good. So glad I was free to join. Oh, thank you. You're not normally free, but I'm really happy that you came. Please feel free to share it or tell someone to tell someone to tell someone to tell someone. Spread the word. It was so helpful having to support moving across the country for a new job. You are most welcome. Hi, Jeannie. So yeah, that is me completely done for today. I'll be back next week with another topic. Please do DM me or send me a message if you want me to talk about a specific topic. And there's a few more topics coming up. I am happy to collab with people as well. So if you want to collab, send me an email at info@nannysharz.co.uk. Any collabs go through my email. I don't respond to them in the DM. Well, I do respond, but I don't, negotiate it. I'd rather you send me an email, okay? And then we can go from there. But yeah, we are on a walk at the moment. Okay, on a walk. Okay, cool. So what I tend to ask you to do is, if you found this useful, you learned something new, you just enjoyed seeing my face and hearing me chat, or you really just feel like it was loads of value that you got, I ask that you give me some purple love hearts in the comments. It lets me know that I'm doing a good job. we definitely need to support each other 100%. Also lets me know that I'm continuing to give value, because that's why I'm on here, to educate and to spread knowledge, share my knowledge that I've gained over the years, the 17 years that I've been a nanny. So yeah, thank you for the purple love hearts that I'm seeing come through. That's amazing. You guys always support me, and I really, really appreciate that. And if you feel like you need more support, feel free to reach out to me, because I'm more than happy to network with other nannies, parents, whoever. And if there's anyone you want me to collab with, please do let me know as well, because I know a few people like, oh my god, you're really similar to this person. I think you should collab with her. And then I will send them a message like, hi. So please do let me know. Thank you for the purple love hearts. I appreciate you guys. And I will see you next week. Normally, I would say on Thursdays, I do the nanny hookup with Angela at 9 p.m. UK time. In Atlanta, that's what? 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. So that's normally 4 p.m. EST. For you, Prav. Love your lives. Thank you. Appreciate. So that's normally on a Thursday. And it's I think it's 3 p.m. CDT time. CST time, sorry. But tomorrow I am, a lot of you know, I've been giving away some free childcare to single parents in the Southeast London area. And tomorrow I'll be working a shift, a 12-hour shift for a lovely mother. So I won't be able to be on the live tomorrow. I'll be doing some free childcare. So I'm going to miss the live tomorrow, but please tune in, because Nanny Kim on the Go, who had just launched her new Nanny Entrepreneur magazine, which is amazing. Go check it out. She'll be talking about the magazine and how it came about, and the different services that they're offering for nannies that are business owners or entrepreneurs. So please check that out tomorrow at 9 p.m. UK time, but it's also 4 p.m. EST, 3 p.m. CDT, and I think 1 p.m. PDT, PST, I think. That's so kind of you. I saw your post about free childcare. Thank you. You're welcome. Have a good day tomorrow. I'll try my best. So yeah, and I've got quite a lot of interviews tomorrow as well in the morning. So I'm gonna be gone. Try have an early night. Miss. But I'll see you guys next week, Wednesday. Take care. Bye. See you later. Whoa.